Cristiano Ronaldo is not wrong.
I don't want no linguine. What is that?
That. VAR.
I hope Denmark doesn't even make it on the planes anymore.
Emerson, bro, what?
Shady World Cup, shady results.
World Cup. Here we go.
Yeah. Episode.
That's the real trophy, by the way. It's been on tour. We were there.
You know
Come
what I'm
on.
saying? Shout out to Shakira.
Yeah. Shout out Shakira. Shout out Shakira.
Yeah, 5ASIDE podcast. Funny discussions from our perspective and our perspective only. And
Come
today you are joined by
Sebastian.
Kendrick.
Elisha.
Gabriel. Josh.
Josh is back.
Let's get
What a comeback. What a comeback.
Had to
fresh off the
come back.
BBL
How you
surgery.
feeling? How you
Feel me?
feeling?
We made it before the World Cup, made the World Cup squad,
Had to.
feeling nice. Feel me? They trying to hand out red cards and all that. We not fucking with VAR today.
Come on. None of that. Shout out Kid Boys.
Fucking with VAR. Shout out Kid Boys. Feel me? Shout out Atlanta, all that.
Yeah,
For
they
sure.
reversed the decision, and now Josh is back.
back.
We missed you. We
Made
missed
the
you,
squad.
but you made it back, like you said, just in time. And thank you all so much for joining us on episode 6, a very special episode of 5ASIDE podcast.
Welcome.
Pre-World Cup.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's the World Cup.
Oh, you see
And
the
whether
trophy.
you are watching on YouTube, whether you're tuning in through Apple Podcasts, through Spotify, whether you're watching on socials, whatever, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. We appreciate y'all for riding with us till this point. You know what I'm saying? This is a big time in the world soccer space. It's the
Soccer.
World Cup soccer. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be hearing a whole lot of
See
that this time.
England,
And we gonna
Black
get
Friday.
we gonna get right into it. You see the set. You see how we pulling up. You see the trophy.
Come on.
So we gonna get right into
these white boys.
the World Cup discussions. And as you can see, for those of you listening, we pulling out the white boys right now.
Very
'Cause
official.
Before we even get into the arguments, into the discussions, y'all gotta get a sense of where our minds is at, what we're thinking, what we're calling right now, because obviously football fans, soccer fans know everything all the time, and we think that we're just prophets and we gonna predict everything correctly. So
Personally,
Seb,
I'm a prophet.
we gonna lay this one off to you so you can set us up.
All right, so let me explain. Essentially, we have 5 whiteboards. I'm going to read out the group stages of the World Cup. I'm going to read the teams, the nations that are competing in said groups. I'm going to pass it over to them. They're going to show their whiteboards, explaining the ranking of that group and how they think it's going to finish. We're going to discuss quickly, briefly, and we invite you guys in the comments to follow along, maybe take out a piece of paper, maybe write it down in your notes. That way, send us whether or not you think Kendrick's wild, whether or not you think I'm correct. And we'll figure it out. Let's go.
type of vibe?
That was a great way. That was a great way of wording that. Yeah. Whether you think Kendrick's
Are we
wild.
doing all 4 or just top 2?
All four.
All four. I like it.
All four.
Let's get it. What we starting off
right.
with?
Group A, we have Qatar, the hosts, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands.
My handwriting too small. Why y'all so quiet?
Shall we?
Because we writing, bro. All right.
Shall we?
Damn,
All
my
right.
handwriting
I'm
is
curious to
horrible.
see if these are all similar. Let's see.
go.
I got Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, Qatar.
Show it.
You gotta show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, man.
I have Senegal, Netherlands, Qatar, Ecuador. Eli?
Okay, so of course, Senegal first,
Sure, I got it.
Netherlands,
Mm-hmm.
Qatar, then Ecuador. I'm
Gotcha.
sorry. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I have Senegal, Qatar,
Wow.
Netherlands, Ecuador.
Interesting.
Qatar second?
Qatar second.
They getting out that
Let's
group,
discuss
bro.
that real quick.
Bribes?
Bro, listen, there's something strange about the host.
Oh my goodness.
There's something strange about the host nation World Cups. We saw Russia last year
That's fair.
last tournament get to the quarterfinals.
That's fair.
So this has been a very shady lead up to the World Cup. I expect some shadiness in the groups. Qatar's gonna find a way through.
And Josh?
That's valid. For me, like my man Eli says, Senegal, Holland,
Mm-hmm.
Qatar, Ecuador. I believe that Senegal, without their star player, they're going to start off hot. Like, they don't have the person to rely on, in a sense. Holland's going to get it done. I think that the Netherlands going to mess up early and then pick up. Qatar is going to get through, you know what I'm saying, Ecuador. Shout out Ecuador. We love Ecuador. You might have
Shout out Jordy. Big shout out to our biggest fan, Jordy. But
they're going home.
they're going home, buddy.
One thing I do want to say just quickly is that the Qataris have invested almost $1 billion into their soccer project in the past 10 years. So they've picked up players that weren't initially Qatari, have naturalized them, turned them into Qatari national team players. So we might be surprised. We might see some people we've never heard of before, and they, you know,
What
they
do
might
you mean
even,
might?
They've been doing better.
We
in
don't know
continental
none of
cups
them.
too, though.
We don't know none of them.
They actually
what do you mean we might see
They
people?
played in the Gold Cup though and did well.
Yeah.
They got to the semifinals.
Yeah.
They did well, I think, in the Asian Cup too.
They won it.
All I remember,
They won it. They had the top goal scorer, I
Yeah.
believe.
we might be really surprised.
Listen,
We'll
shady
see.
World Cup, shady
We'll see.
results.
All right, Group B.
Let's get it.
Group B.
all I remember from the Gold Cup is that Haiti got screwed, but we're not gonna talk about that.
All right, Group B.
Shout out Haiti.
England.
Boo!
Exactly. You see what happens? You see what happens? You see
cursed
what
ass
happens?
team, bro. We don't like them.
Iran, the U.S., and Wales.
US and Wales.
Shout out Iran.
Shout out Iran.
I'm so curious to see what we say for this. I'm so curious.
Nah, this is easy, bro.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, I'm ready.
Actually, not shout out Iran.
Nah.
Well,
Nah, they're rivals now. They're rivals.
maybe the sports team, not the nation.
Yeah, no, we're not saying political stuff yet.
What are we saying? What are we saying? We ready?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Go ahead, bro.
Josh, you want to go first?
Oh, good. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, granted, I am biased, and what I want to happen is what I think I'll root for.
Nice.
And so I want the USA to get out the group. I think they'll figure it out. We have a talented squad. England, they'll figure it out as well. Wales and Iran. I wouldn't be surprised if Wales finds a way, but I want US to lead the way out so, you know, we get momentum.
For sure.
And then I think y'all three show it together. I'm just curious to see how different this is going to be.
That's fair.
Ooh. See, it's because he went to
Interesting.
LA. He saw
Interesting.
He went to LA. He saw the
Interesting.
Bale last minute
Interesting.
winner or
I actually also have
equalizer.
Wales.
If
I
there's
also have Wales going
anything,
first.
if there's anything I know about the World Cup, other than Senegal winning it, of course,
This
everything
guy.
else is going to be very unpredictable.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised at all.
I think
if
this
Gareth
group-
Bale has been saving his energy, saving all the criticism. Everybody talking about he's the white Tiger Woods and all of that. He's been saving it, and
That'd
he's
be a
going to ball
compliment.
out in the World Cup.
yeah.
I
So you
wouldn't be
think-
surprised at all.
You think Wales, USA, England, and then Iran?
Wales, USA,
Yeah.
England, and Iran.
I think those black boys who got fucking shitted on last
What an
in the
intro.
Euros.
You know, Sancho ain't even made it, bro.
I know, but
nuts thing.
Saka
Saka and
and
Rashford?
bro, they coming back with a vengeance as they should.
If they get on the pitch,
Now they gonna
Saka's
get on the,
the
pitch.
only one out
they
of
gonna
them
see
that
the
might
pitch,
be
bro,
on it.
and Sterling gonna hold it down too. So
Okay.
all right.
I believe in them.
I think Iran goes through. I honestly think they go through. I think
What was yours, bro?
I have Wales, Iran, US, England.
Nah,
I'm serious. I'm serious.
This
I'm
guy,
serious.
bro.
super crazy.
You ain't winning no
Why is
part
it?
of this.
Wait, tell me
You
why.
ain't winning
Hold
no
on. Why is Iran going through?
Iran is a very, very surprising team in my opinion. They have Taremi on Porto, who's their top scorer.
Okay.
They're one of those teams that like you go to the World Cup and you have a story to play for. Like the way that we view the Iranian nation is like, oh,
That's-
they're all with the government, but that's not
Yeah,
true.
yeah, that's
the
real.
soccer team is with the people.
Yeah.
So they've branded their tournament as like a tournament for their people.
That's fair.
I'd be
And
so-
also,
He gonna
y'all
mess
shouldn't be
around and
surprised.
right about every
nah, high key.
Y'all really shouldn't be surprised if y'all see
TikTok
Iran go
gonna
through.
hit.
Shout out Iran, by the way. Shout out Iran. All right.
TikTok go.
Shall we? Group 3?
It's funny. As
Group
shit.
C.
Group C.
Group C. I think this one should be pretty easy. We have Argentina, Saudi Arabia,
This is
Mexico,
not easy.
and Poland.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this.
What was the one
but
after Saudi?
Poland.
No,
Mexico.
trying to think.
I took the walk
Poland.
to Poland.
Dang.
That's really easy.
Folks is ready?
Am I from my
We was
phone?
not taking the walk to
Saudi.
the World
Saudi.
Cup.
It's actually, I said it was easy. Actually, this one isn't. Now that I think about it.
There's debates. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Please in the comments, let us know what you're thinking. Let us know about what we
Saudi.
said. We
We
ready?
going middle first?
Let's do
Middle first.
Yeah, because he got the emoji on his shit.
I had to put the GOAT next to Argentina.
How do you draw that so fast?
Actually, though, nah, that's impressive, bro. You're talented.
Listen, I'm full of surprises.
Look at this
guys.
GOAT,
What can
bro.
I say?
You was practicing the whole week for that.
Probably. He was timing himself.
car,
Yeah.
drawing it over and over again.
He was doing like laps on
Yeah,
the
man.
app on the timer.
Argentina, Mexico, Poland, Saudi Arabia. I think that group is going to be very predictable. And yeah, Argentina
Poland
has to
third
be
is
This
predictable.
is
Yeah.
I think Poland third is predictable, bro.
no. I think this is one of the worst Mexican teams we've seen in a minute.
Yeah. The
they
Mexican,
look shaky.
Every time I see the Mexican team,
Yeah.
the comments they're like, "This is awful. This is awful. This
They
is
were
awful."
bad in qualifiers.
Yeah.
They've been disappointing in all the tournaments. Playing abroad, they haven't been doing as well.
Mexico gonna bring
Poland
the energy.
don't make
though.
noise.
Racist.
Energy is cool, but what?
Shout out to
what
Bart.
does that
Shout out
do?
to my boy Bart. But yeah,
Shout out all my Mexicanos. I got mad
You
Mexican
said
friends.
Poland doesn't make noise?
Poland be quiet, bro.
Bro, they had like they didn't lose a game for like 30 games straight before they got to the Euros.
Who remembered?
He says, yeah, they suck.
I put Saudi Arabia as sad because y'all
Poland
not
not
doing
gonna be
nothing.
able to keep up with that Mexican energy, bro. That's all.
Energy is important.
Mexican energy
That
is
Mexican
important.
energy is serious.
Come on, bro,
fan.
after Black Panther,
If you grew up playing
after Black Panther, all the players, this will be the celebrations, bro.
Perhaps
Bro,
this
here's
will be
my
the
thing.
if
celebrations
you
the
grew
whole
up playing with
tournament.
Mexicans, you know what I'm talking
No,
about.
Mexican
This is true. This is
fan
very
energy.
true.
You know
is
exactly
not-
what I'm talking
true.
about.
And what's
This is
the
very
best
true.
Mexico's ever done in the World Cup? They don't be doing nothing, bro. No,
They keep getting hoed though.
yeah. No,
see.
no erepe nada. That's facts. That's
Erepe nada.
facts. That's facts.
I don't know.
Here we are.
All right. I'm surprised that y'all aren't rating Poland. Josh?
Who you get?
I am.
For me, we gonna have Argentina up
Poland
top.
last.
Poland last. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No
I
walk over
think
there. That's crazy.
again.
Got
I
a lot
think
of faith in Saudi Arabia, bro.
This is where
Their fans are gonna be there though. They're closest.
True.
It's the first World Cup in the Middle
Fake
East. Huh?
fans.
Chill.
True. I can see that. That's fair.
He said chill.
Relax.
First one in the Middle
Shall we?
East.
All right.
Group D.
Group D. La France, les Français, la France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia.
You know what?
I don't know, but I'm curious. I really hope Denmark doesn't go through. I really hope Denmark doesn't go through.
Australia.
He said who?
I really hope Denmark doesn't go through.
You said Australia's in that zone? Is that one of your teams you hate?
Do we do our research before the podcast? He said, who? Who's playing?
Hey, yo.
Improvising is a skill in
So
itself.
France, Denmark.
D.
France,
Let me draw
Denmark,
something up.
Australia,
Anything,
Tunisia.
bro.
You do have to have some weird predictions because it's not going to be chalk. It's never chalk. Yeah.
Right.
I personally,
What order are we revealing?
I can go first for this
You
one.
going mad quick, G?
I'm just
So-
hold it up.
What I have here is I have France, then Tunisia. Shout out Tunisia, Australia, and Denmark. That's crazy. How is this crazy?
He's not serious, bro.
what the?
Yo, put a zoom in on this.
Ew.
He's not serious. What's wrong with
What's
you,
going
bro?
on?
What's wrong with you, bro?
It's
Inexplicable.
a vegetable.
Not
What is-
safe
what
for
vegetable is
work.
it?
It's an eggplant.
It's not safe for work.
I'm so confused.
All right.
an
Anyway,
eggplant.
Just go
so
back
confused.
to this
this
season.
guy makes children.
Can you explain why there's eggplant?
It's Group D.
Yo, go ahead with
Yeah.
go ahead with if you get it, you get
Jesus.
it. Go ahead with your group, bro.
Tunisia over Denmark.
I hope Denmark doesn't make it through the group. I hope Denmark doesn't even make it on the plane, to be honest.
Ericsson, bro. What you? Why?
Wow.
Ericsson, I love Ericsson.
Is it
What
the whole
the
fake
performative
statement?
activism
Yeah.
that those Danish people keep doing. I hope their plane
don't
doesn't
blame
take
it
off.
on the whole
honestly,
peoples.
honestly.
Don't put it on the whole
Honestly.
peoples, bro.
I'm putting it on their national team.
All right.
Hold on,
You
hold
said
on.
they
Wait,
gotta
wait,
put
wait.
ours out, yeah.
That's the federation, bro.
All those
we
Danish
show 'em?
people want to pretend like they Denmark had a light show in I forget the capital city of Denmark, but they had a light show while Copenhagen, while Europe is suffering through an energy crisis, and then they want to go to Qatar and talk about human rights. All they do is play and play and play. Do something for real. I hope that plane doesn't take off. I hope that plane doesn't take off. Come on, I really don't like them. I really don't like them. And then they want to come out. They want to come out with fucking like faded jerseys to support them. Bro, don't
Blacked
play.
out, yeah.
Don't play.
Dead
Don't
ass.
stay home.
No, that
They
ass.
thought
Stay
they were
home.
doing something humble.
Seriously.
But quickly, I got Tunisia going through because we got to have some little surprises.
This guy's a-
And I
see
just
that.
feel like, at least one North African team is going to do something. So I'm going with Tunisia. Yeah.
Shout out North Africa.
Nah, same out here for me. We got France, Tunisia, Denmark, Australia.
Nice.
Tunisia gonna find a way.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I feel
All right.
like yeah.
Group E. We have Gabe, La Furia Roja,
Ya tú sabes.
Costa Rica, or as Speed says, Costa Rico, Germany, and Japan. This one's interesting.
Oh
It is,
man.
it is.
Spain, Germany.
Japan
and
calls it
Japan.
a half cake sometimes.
I want to see Japan in y'all groups.
Spain,
Germany, Japan, Costa Rica.
I'm going to,
No disrespect, of course.
Man.
Yo, Costa Rica that one time when they had that group of death, they made it through. So let's not
They
forget.
got first, actually.
They did.
Didn't they
go
knock
first.
out Italy?
Yeah, they did. Painful.
Mad. Italy's not even.
Let's not speak about that country.
Anyways.
Thank you.
Oh, Italy is not in the World Cup. Oh,
Mad thing,
wow.
mad
Oh,
thing.
I
so
forgot.
sad.
Wow.
That's so
Oh, my
sad.
God. Italy are not in the World Cup.
You know, I'm wearing a Cameroon jersey right now, but I'm also half Italian. As a young Italian, I am
Yeah, you're half not in the World Cup. Wow, that's crazy.
He's fully not
This
in the
guy's
World
wearing
Cup.
a Haiti jersey.
Hey, don't worry about us.
Don't worry about us.
Don't worry about us.
As a young Italian,
Who
I
has
have
better
no memory.
food?
of
We
being in the World
We
Cup.
made it to Wakanda forever. Thank you
Who
very
has
much.
better food?
You better respect it.
Than Italy?
Who has better food? I
mean, it's not like a crazy thing to say.
lightly.
It's not a crazy thing
Italy
to
is
say.
like low key known for that. Anyways,
Italy has better food
Pasta?
and pizza.
Oh, nice.
Put some dewy joint on any pasta,
Nah,
bro.
I'm saying, bro. I don't want no linguine. What the fuck is that?
That's not even Italian.
linguine is definitely Italian.
No, that's not Italian American stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
want no linguine.
Your food got no flavor.
We're not bringing up.
crazy.
Can't
They
believe
just got
that's
lemon.
crazy to
They
say.
just put lemon
That's
zest.
crazy.
You just
They just put lemon zest.
That's
Group
crazy.
A.
I'm taking Italy this summer.
Group
Talk about-
E,
There's no
please.
flavor.
Let me see y'all. Let me see y'all
Alright.
slander.
Interesting.
Y'all
Germany,
both got-
Japan, Costa Rica, Spain.
That's
Germany,
fine,
Spain,
bro.
Japan.
You should have wrote Japan,
Germany,
definitely, bro.
Spain, Japan, Costa Rica. So y'all two have Japan going through. Explain that. Can y'all explain Japan going through?
Name 3 players.
Whoa. That's not the
You know what's
I'm
crazy?
joking, bro.
For a
I don't
minute-
know 3 players.
Yo, for a second, I'm gonna call myself out. I was gonna say something crazy.
Please don't.
But then,
Don't even say
yeah, I just wanted to say there's growth, and that's why I want to be transparent with our audience and say that 5 years ago, oh man,
We're watching him grow.
but
He's growing, ladies and gentlemen.
What, bro?
He had to let
5
them
years ago,
know.
I didn't have time
Anyways,
to
and that's what he's growing as a person.
Anyways,
Shout out Japan, bro.
Spain, I'm seeing them coming last, and here's why.
Whoa.
I think they have a very inexperienced midfield.
This is true.
I think it's gonna lead to their confusion and their.
Yo, wait, time out. We gotta do a time out. How did Spain do in the Euros?
Huh?
How'd Spain do in the
They
Euros?
lost to Italy is what
I
they
don't
did.
even
Yeah,
know.
on penalties in the semifinals.
Which was still losing.
What was that? 2
No, of
years
course.
ago.
Bro, Spain's biggest mistake, I think, is that they didn't bring Sergio Ramos.
I agree.
And their second biggest mistake is they don't have enough black players. So
They can't just create black people in Spain.
Hey, shout out
Germany-
Nico. Nico
Germany-
joined the gang. Shout out Nico
Germany-
Williams.
The gang? Is that motivated?
Is Iñaki?
What?
anyways,
Is Iñaki on?
No, he's on Ghana.
No, he's on guard.
They're doing a little Boateng situation.
Japan is a sleeper.
Which is
That's
so-
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no, Nico
Come
got
on.
caught up though. Yeah.
All right. Actually,
Quickly.
Josh, your thoughts? You think it's just calm for Spain? They're going through?
Oh, I mean, Spain will figure it out. They have history there. Granted,
Yeah.
when's the last time Spain got knocked out of the group stage? Which World Cup?
Against Russia.
2018. No.
was against
2018 they
Russia?
lost round 16.
Against Russia.
But no, round of 16 though.
Yeah.
He's saying group stage.
Oh, yeah, yes,
That
yes,
was
yes.
after they won it. Because a lot of teams win
No,
it.
but that's
in
2014 though.
14. Yeah, 14 they were
Okay,
shit.
so
Gabe, no, as a Spanish fan, you should also speak on it. After.
Yeah, I got
So-
Spain. Oh, no, you got it?
14, they group stage exit. 18.
Chile and yeah. Netherlands.
18 was around a 16 exit.
Yeah.
They're gonna exit somehow.
Oh, they're not
So,
winning. We're not
say-
winning shit. What are you talking about? Got them second. Germany's got a more talented team. But to be fair, Germany's team is pretty young too. Like their best players are pretty young.
True.
But Spain gonna find a way. They did really well, surprisingly, in the Euros. Almost got to the final. So I think they'll do something.
Yeah.
Winning it, that's a stretch.
I just feel like
Speak on
Germany.
Sergio Ramos as well.
Yeah, Ramos needs to be there, bro. They need the leadership. Regardless of leadership, he is good enough defender to be on that squad. I don't think he's even lost a game playing for Paris yet. It's not like Madrid center backs right now are unplayable. You know what I mean? Like players that have to be there starting. So that's a weird selection. But Enrique's been criticized for a lot of political decisions, a little bit of shadiness and like a little bit of favoritism towards certain teams, which we've seen in the England squad too, with the exclusion of your boy Tomori.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the best squad out there for Spain, but I think they'll still get through for sure.
Germany got a chip on their shoulder, bro.
Yeah.
Germany's been bad.
Germany
recently.
gonna go crazy.
I think Germany's winning the World Cup. That's what I think.
With Germany, are they starting?
You said Senegal wrong, bro.
You said Senegal wrong.
Are they starting Sané and Gnabry on the wings or no?
Indeed.
So if they
terrifying.
if they turn up, then it's gonna be a lot of
Shout out my
havoc.
boy Havertz.
Yeah.
Do your thing,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He's not
Shout
touching the
out
grass.
Havertz.
He's not
It's
touching
just
grass, bro.
Interesting.
He doesn't play for that.
He definitely does.
No,
And
he
starts for
does.
them.
No,
Yeah,
he
he
does.
does, he
But
does, he does.
He's gonna start with that squad.
Yes,
and Jamal
bro.
too.
Yeah.
That's
I believe
they're
so.
playing themselves.
Any
False nine.
national
That's why they're not
team-
winning it.
False
Any
nine.
national
Well,
team
that
with
turns up
Chelsea
in big games.
players,
Watch and
it's clip
see.
for them.
Havertz turns.
All right.
Group F.
Group F.
get it.
La Belgique, Belgium, Canada,
Facts.
Morocco, Croatia. This is one of those groups
It's a
that
good
like
group.
it's actually like four
Damn,
teams
What?
due to Belgium's decline and their old age.
Yeah.
It's four teams that are pretty even.
It's Morocco.
Morocco, Canada, Belgium,
Morocco.
Croatia. This is a fun one. I'm gonna be watching this one
It
closely.
is.
Hold on.
Damn, you're up quick, son.
Belgium gonna be out for blood.
Canada,
People have not.
Interesting game.
We have not been talking about Belgium enough. and they gonna be ruthless this one. They not winning it again, but I think they're gonna top the group. Morocco is gonna surprise a lot of people.
That's fair.
And come out that group too.
Nah.
For Africa, Canada, unfortunately, bro, I love Canada. Shout out Alfonso Davies. Shout out Mark Anthony K. Shout out Jonathan Buchanan too. But it's just I don't think they're gonna make it out the group.
I think y'all got it. Maple Mafia, I trademarked that shit. I'm rooting for y'all. Y'all got that for sure.
I hope they do. I don't think they will, but I highly hope that you're right. Yeah.
Josh,
listen, I said it, and they use it.
Not gonna lie, for me. Gabe and I be, you know what I'm saying, on the center court often.
Come on.
I'm really rooting for Canada because for me, you got new energy. That's your first time on that stage. That's a different type of. They might get hit up and lose, you know, the first game or two. They're gonna figure it out. Belgium, they're gonna figure it out.
Why don't y'all think Croatia's gonna make it?
So what I have is Morocco going through first. The reason I have that is due to the location this year. The fact that it's in the Middle East and the fact that those flights from Morocco to Qatar are cheap. So it's going to be a lot of Moroccans in the stands, and Moroccan fans don't play.
Yeah.
So I think that Moroccan team goes first. I'm rooting for Canada. I think they're going to have a lot of support just from neutral fans in general. I think this World Cup is going to be very like fan based as well because those stadiums are going to be packed.
Yeah.
So I have Morocco, Canada, Croatia, and then Belgium last. The reason I have Belgium last is because I think their golden generation is done. I think they wasted their decade of class with Belgium, with De Bruyne, Lukaku,
Hazard,
Witsel, Hazard. I think it's over for them. I think this is they go last. They have that little collapse that all national teams do, and they start their rebuild. I think this is that.
Nah,
Croatia winning that group.
I don't think it's done yet. I think this is the last of it. 2020, 2026. Yeah, they're gonna fizz out for sure. But I think right now is the last stretch for Belgium. Like I think they still have a bit of gas in the tank. How far?
Yeah,
quarters. I think. Whoa, they have that much gas.
Next group.
That's it.
But the thing, even
the gas that I feel like they have is not enough to get them to the final.
I'm gonna say this. Yeah, going off of what you said about location, I think one thing is definitely climate. Low key might have an effect. So Morocco, as you said, being so close to where the actual event is being held, there's gonna be an adjustment for some players.
Yeah.
And even though I had them last, I still think they could easily get first. Like within the four I had, I think it's gonna be super tight.
I
don't think Belgium got it like they used to.
It.
All right, we're almost done.
Highs. Hold on, one last thing. Speaking of like the weather conditions, the highs for the rest of the week is 90, 88.
Wow.
On Sunday when the World Cup starts, it's going to be 85.
That's not
at the highest.
It's not bad.
It's not awful.
You know?
It was like that in Brazil.
Nothing
But
crazy.
they heat probably different.
And they have the stadiums are air conditioned. They said the
humidity
stadiums are
too.
air conditioned.
Yeah.
All right, Group G. We're almost done, guys. We have Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Le Cameroon. Don't even judge me on this one, bro.
You said Brazil, Serbia,
Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon.
Shout out to Swiss chocolate, but yeah.
You associate all nationalities with food, bro. I've noticed. That's fair, I guess.
Food and you learn your geography.
And fruit and vegetables.
And vegetables. And you do know that.
All right. Brazil, Cameroon, Switzerland. Okay. I just have Cameroon.
Switzerland, by the way, we knocked France out the Euro, so I'm rocking with them for that.
What do you think are actually Cameroon's like chances
in real life?
Yeah,
or like me?
Nah, for real.
Do you agree with Samuel Eto'o that y'all gonna win it versus Morocco in the final?
Monsieur Samuel Eto'o fils. You know, he said a very insightful and astute thing the other day. He said that he believes that Cameroon will be the winner of this World Cup with Morocco losing to them in the final, with Cameroon beating Morocco in the final. I fully agree with him. I think he's entirely correct. And so I look forward to seeing y'all all wearing Cameroon jerseys by the end of this podcast.
I mean, I'll do it. Shout out Eto'o.
The way that you pronounce Senegal is so weird. But you can work on it.
I think you could root for Cameroon as well, Eli.
You can work on it. No, for sure. It's Africa, bro. Come on.
Anyway,
of course.
So Brazil. Let's discuss Brazil.
Yeah.
Josh?
Brazil. For me. Ginga, all that. For me, they're here to win. And granted, they have the pieces. I think it's one of those things, too. If a country that's supposed to do well starts out too hot, sometimes it's not always the best for them. As you've seen, I think countries are going to, get hit up a bit and pick up. So I think that might be Brazil's case. Because at the end of the day, too, it is a very physical game. Countries are not going to give it up easy. But they'll pick up as they go. I feel like Brazil might be, upwards trajectory.
I think that they're really going to miss Brazil are gonna miss the experience and the fire that Firmino brings.
Oh,
I think it was a huge mistake to not put him in the squad. They needed to have guys like Dani Alves and Thiago Silva there. Of course, you have the Neymars and the Rafinhas and Anthony. Some players are just, it's a no-brainer. You have to have them in the squad. Up front, they're lethal. Midfield, they're going crazy. The defense is meh. It's okay. It's not the best.
It's okay.
It's not the
It's
best.
mid. It's mid.
Yeah, it's not the best in the tournament. But if
They could keep
if
up.
they're on their P's and Q's
Yeah, they could keep up.
and that defense doubles up during the World Cup, then yeah, everything else is stellar. So
Great keepers too.
Yeah,
Multiple
amazing keepers.
world-class keepers.
the best keepers in the
Yeah.
competition, I think.
And you're talking about bite. They got Casemiro in midfield, bro.
Yeah.
They're good on that. They got
sorry.
the fight.
Even
They got
Fred.
Casemiro is cooked right now.
Yeah, that boy.
No, he's talking about He's talking about like having the fight, like the
Casemiro-
hunger, like the
okay.
intensity.
Casemiro plays for
Casemiro
Manchester
got
United.
that,
It's
yeah.
easy to look cooked when you play.
But
That's
just
true too.
for
Let me
United.
just read.
I will
Sorry.
say
Go,
real
go.
quick, Casemiro and Fred do play well together for Brazil. They don't play as well together for
is
United.
true.
It's interesting.
This is true.
But they'll get
And we
it.
know Casemiro's done for.
I'm just gonna read Brazil's attack just real quick.
nuts.
Anthony, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Pedro from Brazil. He's one of the best players in the Brazilian league. Rafinha, Richarlison, Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., Neymar.
My worry for Brazil, and this is we can move on, but my worry for Brazil is that teams are going to sit back, and I don't know if their offense is cohesive enough
They could pierce through.
to pierce through when a team. I know they can do well on the counter. I don't know how well they're going to do when a team is just
When there's a low block,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to really, move the ball quickly to get the shape shifted. However, they have some long, distance shooters, which also forces teams to step out. That's what Casemiro is waiting
Yeah.
for.
Let me just paint a picture though real quick. Right?
Yeah.
Brazil's gonna have to play a nation like Cameroon, a nation like Serbia, and a nation like Switzerland, right?
Yep.
Talk about Serbia real quick. That's a Slavic nation, right?
Yeah.
And those Slavic nations want to defend, they
Yep.
defend. And you
they're
know how
vicious,
Brazil
too.
gets when it's like, I want you to just, in your heads, imagine this, right? 75th minute, it's still 0-0. Brazil is going, they're going. The Serbians get on a counterattack, they score. Same thing could happen against Cameroon.
Yeah.
Defend. It's an African nation that's playing for their country, and the Cameroonian
Yeah.
fans are in the stadium. Same thing. Now they've lost 2 games in a row, and they got to beat Switzerland. I don't know. I'm just painting that picture,
course.
which doesn't sound crazy if you know soccer. So
But you could say that about any top nation.
I know, but Brazil, it's just a little bit more convincing in my head, that picture.
So you're saying it's
I
mental
agree,
then?
I agree.
But you're
Just a
saying
little bit more
mentally.
convincing that when teams need to defend against Brazil, it's doable. That's all I'm saying.
I will say, like, for instance, Germany could pass through the block, but Brazil one-on-one can disrupt anything
This is true.
with, like, every player on the pitch.
That's the thing. They're so creative.
Bro, Vinny, the
They
shit
can
he's been
figure it
doing,
out.
Neymar,
Yeah.
one-on-one, that creates havoc that gets through the block, too.
Oh,
I
Slavic
think they
teams
have
are like
Brazil have
organized.
Brazil have the right kind of players to where when their back is against the wall, they'll just be like, screw it, let's have fun and make a moment of magic.
And they have a lot of champions, bro.
Yeah.
Those guys have won
know.
big on the club stage, and they've won Copa America.
At the
Yeah.
same time, we're talking about beating out a low block. All it takes is one corner kick for the opposite team.
Against a
Yeah.
Serbian,
And
that's
then-
the average height is like 6'5". They're the
No,
tallest team in the
but
World
what
Cup.
I'm saying is it takes a corner kick for the Serbians, a counterattack for Brazil.
And it's a wrap.
You see Anthony, Neymar, and them just running at you.
And Vinny. And Martinelli. What's up, done? That counter's gonna be crazy.
Until a Serbian left back just breaks Neymar's ankle.
Definitely.
Relax.
And
We
then
don't
what?
know. Neymar's been hurt in the World Cup. We need to
I
share
really
that.
feel like Brazilian players hear like samba playing in their heads
course.
as they're
Jenga.
running. Like it's just
Jenga, bro.
it's
It's in the blood,
it's
bro.
magic, bro. Group
right.
H.
Group H, last one.
Get this.
Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea Republic.
Why are you making
asshole,
noises,
bro.
fam? Why are you making noises?
Josh wanna fight
This
me,
is
but
such
This is such a tough one. This is such a
Yeah.
tough one. I'm so excited for this World Cup.
This is amazing. Painful,
Portugal,
painful,
Ghana.
painful.
Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, Korea.
By the way, a lot of these predictions, I hope I'm wrong. I'm just trying to go with like,
Pains me.
I'm so
think,
curious.
Pains me.
I'm so curious.
and a lot of these too, I really don't know. Like groups like this, it could be anything. Nothing surprises me.
Listen, man.
But this is what I'm rocking with.
Black Stars.
Hey,
Okay.
Come on, up top.
Ghana 4, we did.
Banku boys.
Portugal. Yeah.
Boys.
I do think Portugal are gonna go through. They're gonna be second. They might have a little moment of magic in the round of 16. I don't see them making it past the 16th, but yeah. Uruguay clipped.
What'd you
It's
say?
not happening.
How'd you pronounce that nation?
Uruguay.
Uruguay?
Uruguay.
Uruguay, bro. I know Uruguay.
I respect it.
You're great.
So I say Haiti.
In South Korea. Shout out to Sun. But yeah, Mass Sun, I think is gonna be like what's his name?
I'm getting worried.
What's his name from the NBA? What do you mean? Why are you getting worried? It's okay. It's okay. He gonna be like Amari Stoudemire from the Knicks. Bro, and he gonna do well. Did he have a mask?
Really strange comparison.
Nah, because I'm a Knicks fan. I wasn't even taking it.
You see, that's the thing.
You cut it really good, bro.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No. I wanted to compare him from another sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ghana, Portugal, Uruguay, and South Korea.
Uruguay's going through this because Fede's going crazy, but Ghana, boy. All you.
Fuck Uruguay.
For me,
Wow.
Agreed. No,
Wow.
agreed.
I agree. Fuck Uruguay.
I'm sorry.
We don't rock with Suarez.
It's actually not sorry.
No, definitely. I'm not sorry either. They explain. Yeah, no, yo, Chrome, we're around, we're everywhere. For me, Ghana, I do believe will be second in the group only because Portugal actually has a good team from top to bottom.
So I heard Ghana forgot their jerseys.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Hold on.
there's a lot.
You want me to explain?
There's
So
a lot.
I saw on Twitter that Ghana forgot the suitcase of their jerseys.
What's going on?
I heard that.
What's going on?
Me having to explain that, there's no way. But as if I'm going
You
to
weren't
explain.
responsible? You're not responsible?
Yeah, like I'm
Getting
responsible.
the kids?
I will say every World Cup, there's always some issues.
What did they use? FedEx, UPS?
They're physically carrying it, bro.
They said they're
Team
worried they're
manager
not going to
fucked
come in time. That's what they said.
Yo, Puma, you got some
play-
questions to answer,
They're going to
bro.
play in white tees.
But no, I'm saying there's
Go
always
ahead, white
something.
tees.
Ghana FA got a federation, got to pattern up, man. There's always something going
That's
on.
bad.
I know.
But
Africa, please. Oh my
African
God.
team doing the best in World Cup
Senegal,
very
bro.
recently. Ghana by far.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think Uruguay goes first in that group. I don't
They
like
got a
them.
squad,
Either
bro.
I think they
way,
have a squad.
And they're mean. They're really
Yeah,
mean.
like Garatarua, as they say in Uruguay. It's
They're
like
mean,
that.
bro.
They
All
don't
in
care.
all, though, I do think that it's gonna be. You was gonna say.
No, go ahead,
No,
bro.
I do think it's going to be a very, very interesting World Cup. It seems like, as far as my memory can go back, I feel like increasingly the World Cup has gotten wilder and wilder and just
yes,
more entertaining and
yes.
more unpredictable.
More
The last
competitive.
one, personally, was my favorite World Cup ever. It was just, I
Russia.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Russia.
All throughout. Yeah.
Not Brazil.
It was,
Interesting. Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I think it was a bit of a step up from Brazil, especially since
And not South Africa either?
Neymar to
What?
like getting injured
know
and all
me.
of that stuff. It was,
South
but
Africa.
you.
So,
But
before
I
we-
do think it's going to be a very interesting World Cup.
Before we
ahead.
get off this, we can't discuss Portugal in a group stage without discussing what's going on in Mr. Cristiano's head right now. So,
Yeah.
what are we saying?
Cristiano Ronaldo
Let's hear it.
is not wrong.
Agreed.
I don't think there is a part of this. I don't think there is a side of this where Cristiano is wrong at all. And I love the fact that we're in this new era right now where players
Speak.
are speaking up.
Word.
Players are taking control. If Cristiano Ronaldo does it, other players are gonna go and do it too. What's homie's name from Arsenal? Black guy that wasn't playing at some point and he posted on his story.
Eddie Nketiah
Telling-
or Reese
No.
Reese
It
Nelson?
wasn't.
Reese
No,
Nelson.
No. It wasn't Reece Nelson. It was
Reece. And they
yeah.
scored too,
and,
right?
and posted on his story like, if y'all not gonna play me, let me go.
Let me
It
go.
was their right back, no?
Yeah. Reece.
Yeah. I love that
You
energy.
talking about Maitland-Niles?
Ma-
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I love that energy. And I love that he's coming out now and he controls the narrative. He goes on a show with somebody that he trusts, that he knows, that he's friends with, and Piers Morgan. However you feel about Piers Morgan, this was a huge W.
For him,
And whether you're talking about the infrastructure of Manchester United, the appointing of Ragnick, who, like he says, wasn't even
Who's
a
my
coach,
man?
to
He's
have
a bad
him
guy, though.
be the manager for Manchester United, whether it's them not believing him when he said that his daughter was sick and so he couldn't go to preseason.
That was crazy, yeah.
All of that stuff overall, you can't. What reason does Ronaldo have to lie about stuff like
tell
that?
you, I'll
I
tell you.
100% believe him, and I think that if everything that he says is true, the club is fucked up for being ran like that. Like it's just it's heading towards failure.
Yeah.
There is not a single
is
Manchester
heading
United
towards
player, not a
failure.
single Manchester United player that has left the club and had good things to say.
I would say though,
Zlatan,
I would say
Depay,
though,
etc.
you can't defend going on the biggest stage in the world and talking shit about your team while your team is in the worst place and your teammates are struggling to get
He
themselves
doesn't
out
see it
of
as his team anymore, though. He's done.
But either way, those are his
Strategy.
teammates. Imagine being Sancho, bro,
Yeah.
and the best player of all times is on TV talking about, oh, the young players over here don't work hard.
But
they
what
don't
if
have
they
good
don't?
work ethic.
What if they don't?
Maybe they don't, but you don't do that to your teammates, bro. Like regardless.
Kobe punched his in the face, and that worked out pretty well.
Look
so.
at
Literally,
from,
though.
look
Yeah,
at from
MJ.
his perspective. If he feels like the club has no respect for him, we have to remember. I don't like going into this narrative that any player is bigger than a club or whatever.
That's what you're saying, though.
But this is no. But I'm saying there's
think
still a
Ronaldo's
sort
bigger
of
than Manchester
grace that you owe certain
He is.
players. Certain players, the Messis and the Ronaldos, I don't care what nobody says. Certain players deserve a certain amount of respect.
Indeed.
And the way he says it, if you promised them certain things and you didn't deliver,
Indeed.
the least that he deserved was proper communication.
No facts, yep.
And I believe also a lot of players, bro, if you feel like your teammate, again, if that's gang, that's your team, that's your family, that's your brother that you go on a war with every week, you supposed to have some sort of say something, at least. Say something. I don't care if it's to the team, whoever, you're supposed to have his back too, because that's your teammate. So if they don't have his back, go on TV, outs all of them.
I'm personally not jacking a nigga on my team going on TV and talking shit about the club that I'm still trying to work hard for. That's insane. And I understand Ronaldo's one of the best players. He's this, that. He doesn't deserve any disrespect. But bro, like, if you're in that locker room, you like, this nigga is wilding. Like, this is my place of work. This is literally how I'm making money for my family. And bro, talking about me and my whole organization.
Him doing that is not short-stopping nobody else's bread, though. What is that doing to other players?
But it's putting a bad light. It's putting a bad light on everybody else.
It doesn't matter. Manchester United is going to pay these players regardless. My thing is, work better. There's no reason why Cristiano Ronaldo should be saying that none of these young players are interested or care enough to try and learn from them and emulate what he's doing so they could try to be better. There's no way. That is unacceptable, bro.
And why you take his word for it? And why you take his word for it?
I mean, he never said it at Real Madrid. He never said it at Juventus. He never said it about Portugal.
I'm saying if it's true, there's no reason why that should be happening.
Okay.
But again, I'm saying what reason does he have to come forward?
I'll give you a reason.
And say this for the entire world to hear.
I'll give you a reason.
Give me the
agent,
reason.
you know who his agent is, right?
Yes.
Jorge Mendes. Jorge Mendes.
Oh, that. All right, my fault.
Ronaldo's agent is Jorge Mendes, right?
Yeah.
Out of the 26 players that play for Portugal's national team, guess how many are managed by Jorge Mendes?
24,
15.
no?
24.
That's mad.
24. There's a national team that is essentially an entire agent's roster. Jorge Mendes also has, I think, over 600 of the best soccer players playing on national teams, right? This guy is a mastermind in terms of how he's moving around his players. He actually like screwed Wolves out of a deal, like embezzled almost like I think 40 million from them just like for moving Portuguese players to Wolves. So the reason why Ronaldo right now goes out and says this is because it forces him out of Manchester United. Be it true, be it not true, it means that he can never play for that club again.
That's true.
And what it does is it puts him on a platform for other teams to start moving their money around during this month off where they now can take him.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, he's betting on himself. Because if Ronaldo underperforms in this World Cup, what team wants a 38-year-old problem? What team wants a guy that's going to throw
They
tantrums?
want the jersey sales at the minimum, though.
That's true.
That's the one thing.
But what team can afford him, deal with that media pressure, and play him?
Yeah. There's a lot of...
Name one.
Enter Miami.
Before you go, I'll say one thing though. Yeah, enter Miami, dude. Like, come on, it's time. It's home. USA, come
He's
on,
coming.
Ronaldo, like, come through. But I will say this: ideally, the best move to make is to handle everything in house. I do agree in that sense. In that sense, but I feel like because personally, there's so much going on with him that it feels like if you don't handle it with a lot of care, with a lot of empathy to everything that's been going on behind closed doors with his family,
That's real.
then he's just gonna unleash his wrath. Like, he don't care about nobody unless you're saying,
That's fucked
I
up.
understand that you are going through the worst time of your life right now. You've lost a child.
Yeah.
You like your daughter was sick at some point. That's scary. As a father, that's a crazy situation to be a part of.
not
So
small.
if you feel like there's even the slightest bit of neglect for your feelings, for your emotions going through something like that, then it's fuck everybody. And I understand him. It shouldn't be like that, but I feel where he's coming from.
Real quick though, we need the Man United fan perspective for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that y'all haven't talked about. It's just the fact that like also, you know, during the summer he was trying to leave as well. You know, and that's something that I think should have happened. United also, whether they actually helped facilitate that, whether they kept him, that could also, you know, raise issues with communication. Certain things relating to obviously old infrastructure. One obviously is very disappointing for Ronaldo. Talking about old players, you know, the respect that used to be there. That's something that, you know, pushes for just a better experience at the club. But certain things that he said is true. I will say could have gone about it better, but it's just the end to the tail, and it's his way of forcing out. Like, you're not coming back from saying you don't respect the manager. You can't just do that. However, it is a very special player.
Yeah. And I mean, look at what Mourinho said, look what Zlatan said, look what Louis van Gaal said. People have been absolute legends outside of Man United. Now Ronaldo, we know what he's done outside of Man United and with them earlier in his career.
And he balled out last season for them.
And he was the best player last season. So y'all got to fix something, bro, because it's looking scary.
It's not
looking scary.
Yeah, it's looking real scary.
Yeah.
And what else is looking scary is this injury list for the World Cup.
Everybody out.
We got Mane.
Mane is back.
Maybe hurt still. Jota, Pogba, Wijnaldum, Lo Celso, Chilwell, Kante, Werner, Reece James, Nkunku,
and more.
My goodness.
Fallen soldiers.
That team could win the World Cup. No funny.
But,
like what?
But then that's what happens when you cut it so close and you play a week before the World Cup starts. Like it's inevitable.
It's about money.
Has it lessened your guys' interest at all?
In the World Cup?
Has the amount of injuries lessened your interest as a fan of the World Cup?
Nah.
It provides opportunity. I will say the only thing that's, for me, the biggest thing that speaks about injuries is the fact that these past 2 years have been an overload of football for the players.
Too much.
It's not just this season. It's not because it's a winter. It's like these past 2 years have been too much.
It's because they have TV deals.
Why can't they like unionize and actually do something?
I mean, you can't say
why don't
no,
they have
man.
the power to do that?
There are unions in European leagues that I know like very little about, but I think they have more control over like their like name, likeness, and image, not less control over like how much they play, how much rest they deserve, all that stuff.
And I think this amount of games at such a crazy rate has really been spurred on by the COVID pandemic because they didn't play for so long. Then they just squeezed in so many games. So I think it's very new for the players to be experiencing this and then thinking about how they can use the union to get better, results for them. But I think this is probably the last straw because this is crazy.
Yeah, shit,
and
bro.
It is.
That
and the World
Nations
Cup,
League came out of fucking nowhere.
And the World Cup's only every 4 years. So missing that, you never know if you're going to be back.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Reece James, as good as he is, you don't know what kind of injuries he's going to have moving forward. You don't know what's going to happen with his form.
Don't be talking about
I'm
my boy
saying
like
in
that,
general.
man.
No, I'm saying it's how bad it
I
is.
know, I'm
Missing
just
the World
saying,
Cup's
fuck.
not like missing the playoffs or missing the World Series. Like,
Nah, that
it's way
shit
worse.
made me skip a beat, bro. That's my nigga.
No, I'm
That's your nigga.
He's gonna be a Real Madrid player, bro. So it hurts me too. Yeah.
chill.
I don't know
But
about that.
Yeah,
I
bro,
mean,
don't
listen,
drag
bro.
it.
They just have more games for more money. That's why that shit's there.
So do we want to talk about how this reflects on the World Cup as a whole being in
Absolutely.
Qatar?
Yeah.
I think this is
all
what
of that,
we have to talk about this right now, and I need all of y'all to pay very close attention. And this is a discussion that y'all gonna have to be a part of in the comments.
Yes.
Everywhere, I need y'all to be a part of this
This
because
is
I want to
very
see
nuanced.
I want to see where y'all stand on this, and there are some parts where we're probably gonna agree, but I don't know if
Disclaimer.
you guys listening or watching
agree.
that we might. But FIFA Uncovered came out on Netflix, the documentary, if you haven't seen it, about basically the history of FIFA as an organization, how, it came to be, how it came to start monetizing, getting TV rights, its involvement with Coca-Cola, with Adidas, with Sepp Blatter, who's no longer the president, and just how it's grown over the years and how it led to now the controversy of Qatar hosting a World Cup and everything like that. Now, I think the main question that it raises in the documentary, the main question that it rose for me in the end is, was there actual corruption in FIFA from the time that it was founded till now? Is what FIFA's been doing, can it be actually considered as corruption?
Who cares?
Why?
Because who cares? Like the way that FIFA has given us World Cups, that's all that matters, right? The documentary explains how the World Cups are allotted to certain teams, whether it's South Africa, Russia, the US, or Qatar. To get a World Cup in your country, you get almost $1 billion, probably more, if a World Cup is hosted in your nation through TV rights, sponsorships, deals, hotels, tourism, all of that.
Correct.
You should fucking pay me if I'm putting the World Cup in your country. If you don't have the money to pay me, I'm bringing it somewhere else. Fuck you. Like, why do I have to give you a World Cup if you're not going to pay me?
So a little thing for that. I can pay you to say I should have the World Cup. And then the World Cup comes to my country. I now have to actually create the infrastructure to host the World Cup. And when Qatar did that, we know that thousands of migrant workers have died in building it.
This is true.
So therefore, yeah, I can pay you for it, but now it comes here. Look at what the result of that has come, which is called bribery. And a bunch of people got locked up for it, which was found out by the FBI and IRS.
It's illegal.
And they all pled guilty to it. It's illegal.
Bribery is illegal. And I'll say, please give us the facts.
I'm just reading this. In total,
are they still in jail?
I don't know if they're still in jail, but this is the facts.
Probably.
In total, 7 then current FIFA officials were arrested at a hotel in Zurich on 27th May, preparing for a FIFA conference, including the president of FIFA. They're expected to be extradited to the U.S. on suspicion of bribes of up to $150 million. And there was also simultaneous raids on the CONCACAF headquarters in Miami. Other people handed themselves into the police, and they all pled guilty to it.
There was people
Isn't it interesting that the U.S. was doing it? Who then hosted the next World Cup?
Niggas really scared.
Oh,
that's
Isn't it very interesting?
That's
that
the thing.
The U.S.
It's not.
who has no right in soccer,
stop before they
we
come get
isn't it
you.
interesting?
What you mean? We have mad infrastructure.
You gonna disappear?
Infrastructure.
Nah, you said they're gonna come get you.
Yeah,
Yo, if y'all could see this, the audience, there's like a red dot showing that we're recording.
Yeah.
I thought they was coming for you right now. I thought it was clip.
Headshots.
I thought it was clip.
I'm just saying.
I thought your mirror was about to take you out.
I'm just saying.
But U.S. is like they're consistently in the World Cup. They have amazing infrastructure.
No, they're not.
The U.S.
is consistently in the World Cup.
They've literally qualified almost every single year since they started a team,
they
bro.
haven't. Bro,
Look it up right now on Wikipedia.
essentially, here's what I say. I think that obviously it's a big money game. It's a big money game. If you're trying to host a World Cup and you could slide a little whatever under the table to get your country to host it, then why not? It is illegal, and obviously
What do y'all mean? Why not?
You pay the consequences because you have to talk about it in the context of
He's saying
this is billions, this is political influence. Like we know that landscape, right?
Right.
So it would be very naive to just be like, oh no, abide by these rules. We know they're not gonna.
No,
so I feel like
that is the issue.
He's very right.
I understand that's the issue, but is it? Do you honestly think that that's something that is gonna change? I feel like it's like, let them take themselves out. If they're gonna go and bribe each other with it, as long as nobody gets hurt, that's my thing.
But
a perfect case scenario. Perfect case scenario. Yeah. If from the time that FIFA came, from the time that Havelange took over and Adidas started, getting the rights to everything and whatever, and from that time, from Blatter coming in, Platini, all of these guys, if they got their bread on the side and FIFA kept still making money and they kept growing the game in Africa, in the Middle East, in South America, and everywhere around the world, and everything was improving, but these dudes who were behind the scenes were getting paid a little extra more, and nobody got hurt. Like, you get what I'm saying. But they get paid more, whatever amount it is. Yeah. But if the game was still growing, the organization was still handling business correctly, I would say, it's whatever. I'm not gonna be the moral police for that. When actual lives start being lost and you start taking from innocent people and people start getting hurt, that's where I draw the line.
But why do you think that that's not the case? Like when a group of 7 men are ending up with $100 million, where do you think that money is coming from? Other people who could have been earning it. Exactly. That money could have gone back into the economy. That money could have gone back into infrastructure. That money could have gone back into social welfare. Like that's all money that was meant for a given country. That's not going to some old rich white dude.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I understand, like, it's gonna happen, but like that's the part. You know what I'm saying? Though.
They're actually not. Most of them are not white. Most of them are Africans, which is the problem.
Okay,
looks
well, either
terrible
way,
because the
they're
documentary
all-
keeps putting fucking Africans on my screen and telling me they're corrupt.
Yeah, bro. Yo, we gotta say this blatantly too. We gotta say this blatantly. Yo, watch your mouth when y'all talking about Nelson Mandela,
Seriously.
bro. Like for real,
seriously.
like
Let them know because
they painted this picture basically again, just the narrative that paying to have the bid for the World Cup is such a horrible thing. You got to tread lightly when you're talking about one of the most influential and most
humanitarian,
one of the biggest humanitarians in planet Earth's history.
Don't paint Mandela to be crooked and a thief like that. The man was 90 years old when the World Cup came in South Africa.
Yeah.
So
please, but
literally freed the nation.
The interesting thing about the World Cup as well is what I think that Sepp Blatter, who brought the World Cup to Qatar, miscalculated. Was his goal was to bring a World Cup to Africa and the Middle East. By bringing the World Cup to Qatar, he was thinking that he was going to bring a World Cup to the Middle East. The issue is that the Middle Eastern community doesn't see it as that. And so they didn't get behind Qatar in the way that Africa got behind South Africa. And so what we ended up having was a World Cup that is in Qatar and seen as a World Cup in Qatar and not the Middle East.
That's very true.
And that's why there isn't a support that's coming from Middle Eastern people. And when we see these fake fans, that's why the narrative that, these people are, pretending to be fans, these people are pretending to be fans of these teams turns into almost like a racial rhetoric where like brown people in soccer gets turned into a joke. Like, you see this Pakistani group of people. And this,
I saw that. I didn't like that, bro.
Like Afghan group of people wearing Brazil jerseys, and they're like, they're fake. When in reality, I mean, you guys know, you spoke about it last episode. In Haiti, you're a fan of Brazil, you're a fan of Argentina.
Yeah.
So if you're in Pakistan, you're in Iran, you're in Iraq, you're in, I don't know, Oman, all these Middle Eastern countries, and you're able to go to a World Cup, and you're able to root for a nation, why wouldn't you put on a Brazilian jersey? To call them fake fans is genuinely racist. It's literally racist.
A lot of y'all little Twitter jokes, you're telling on yourself. We see through it, bro. We see through it.
Yeah. When you look at it at face value, it might be like, haha, like this is crazy. These, they paying people. Yeah. But then you can never put it past, the narratives that are still trying to be pushed out there. This is this is the biggest event, period, on Earth.
Period.
Right?
Sorry, Olympics.
Period.
This is bigger.
Period. This is the biggest event.
Sorry, Super Bowl.
Sports or otherwise.
Super Bowl's a joke.
Don't even come on, bro.
This is 12 Super Bowls.
This is the biggest one. So obviously, there's a lot of things under the table. There's a lot of hidden agendas within that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power within it. And we know that
we out to Qatar.
they're always going to try to.
No.
Y'all not trying to slide?
No.
We got a little bit of power ourselves.
You trying to go, bro?
Relax, bro. It's not happening. We're not making it back if we go. I know that much.
Chill, don't say that, bro.
But
I speak Arabic.
My people's making it back.
I speak Arabic these days.
Me?
Just these days, though.
I started learning recently, so these days I speak Arabic.
My people making it back.
Heard you. But before we get out of here, we have to give a major shout out to our fans for getting us to more than 1,000 on Instagram. And because of that, it's time for us to give away FIFA. We did a little randomization app 3 different times, and the winner is, can I get a drum roll, please? My boy Angel, he gets FIFA. So my boy Angel, proud of you, G.
Shout out, Angel.
You commented 3 names, and now you got FIFA for free. That's what we give away out here at 5ASIDE Podcast. So
5ASIDE FIFA.
this will be yours, bro. It's all yours, my G. Proud of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think it's a good. Well, we got a minute last. We got to do this because this is 5ASIDE, of course, even if we do it quick.
Come on.
This is 5ASIDE, flyest podcast out here. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Real quick before we head out. And fan submissions on the next episode. Obviously, we talked about a lot of things here, so we definitely want you guys to comment, DM us, because we're going to go through loads of you guys' comments next episode. We really want to take this episode to just have y'all listen, and then we're going to get you involved a lot in episode 7. It's going to be great. But let's run through what we wearing, how we kicking off the World Cup this year. Real quick, Seb, what you got on?
So, of course, I have Cameroon's 2014 World Cup jersey with, I don't know if you can see, but Edzo on the back. It's Fils.
Come on.
Come on, Barca.
Cameroon. I'm rooting for us. Some Pumas on the feet, minimal on the pants.
Of course.
Hey, come on, gang.
Super calm over here. Got the orange beanie on the head top. The custom orange Haiti. I can't take it serious.
I have to put the Kumba beat real quick.
Compa is crazy.
The custom Haiti Brooklyn Circus kit. The Daily Paper hijab. Shout out to all the African countries competing. The Palace cargos, keeping it calm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Always. I had to, bro, come on. This is sometimes I'm tired of doing this because it just feels like, bro, give them a chance. Give everybody else a chance, bro. But I just got to put it on every single time. It's a slight little
guy.
Come on.
Slight little Nicola Anelka designed by your very own. You can't get this, by the way. This is a one of one. This is a one of one by Sebastien Kaya.
Come on, youngest in charge. Youngest in charge.
Just a little
one-on-one.
something. You know what I'm saying? When you see Anelka, if you know what type of energy I'm pulling up with.
Yeah.
Got the black.
What's the energy?
Are these black? Cargos? Bossman energy. Bad boy energy. You feel me? We got the Pumas on the feet.
There we go.
You feel me?
There we go.
No, that's good.
Pumas always. So we pulling up, and gold links everywhere.
links.
Gold on gold
boy.
on gold. Yes, sir.
Heard you. We'll start with the shoes. Came in with the golden goose. If you don't know what that is,
He got
Look it
money. He got money.
I had to keep it calm on the pants, so we just got some Levi jeans. If you don't know that video, I'm sorry.
You gotta
need
clip
to
it
brush
in there.
up
You
on
gotta
your-
clip it in there.
You gotta clip, bro. Please clip it.
Levi jeans.
Levi jeans. Levi jeans.
Got on. This is from the 2018 World Cup, which was the last one.
You got it. Yeah.
This right. I gotta get the microphone.
Yeah,
too,
I
bro.
just gotta make sure.
But this right here.
They gotta see it.
This right here is the World Cup trophy by a
they
brand
must hear me
called
as
Be a
well.
Good Person. Hold on, let me get this. World Cup trophy spelled out with the words "Be a Good Person" in all the different languages spoken at the last World Cup, and using the colors of the flags as well. So shout out the brand "Be a Good Person," and you know how it is with the jewelry. You know what it is.
No,
for
that's
sure.
good shit for me. This is the second World Cup with one of these. Fuck that. Fuck VAR. For me, Kit Boys Worldwide Records.
To the world.
To the world and back. Try to give me a red card saying I got a BBL, bro.
That shit was crazy, bro.
Hell nah.
Bro, I hope y'all know this. Because y'all thought I was lying about the BBL.
Don't
Him
watch,
sitting down
don't
here.
watch
Y'all don't
that.
see it. He's a little elevated.
Don't
Right?
watch
There's a
that.
little bounce there.
Don't
When he's
watch.
sitting down.
He's
Don't
just
watch
got
that.
in. He's just got in.
Just got in. That's all Jollof. You feel me?
Don't
Come
watch that.
on, but
Don't watch
But
that.
yo,
Golov
For
is
me?
crazy.
either way, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us for 5ASIDE episode 6, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're listening on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. Make sure y'all also tune in with us, tap in on socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow us. And the World Cup is here. The World Cup is finally here. And it's gonna be a great one. It's gonna be a dope tournament. We gonna see y'all next time on 5ASIDE. Y'all be easy.
505 down.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
on.
España!
Come on.